Hello, my name is Adam Colton, author, blogger and music fan, and I'm going to review some of the albums that have got me through lockdown. Stoosh by Skunk Anansie, 1996. I never really appreciated this band in the 90s, finding them somewhat scary, not least because of the shaved head of lead singer's skin. The rageful opening track lays the band's cards on the table, addressing the way the media tend to criticise political lyrics. The subject matter is unrelenting, including violent relationships and racism, although the swear word count doesn't increase dramatically between the first and last tracks. Everyday Hurts, She's My Heroine and Hedonism are all great rock songs, but there's also the acoustic track Picking on Me. The band have even thoughtfully added some semi-ambient doodles for you to cool off with. Phew. Hearts and Bones by Paul Simon, 1983. One of Paul Simon's best and most underrated albums. Paul pores over his life and stirs the ashes of marriage in songs like Train in the Distance and the title track, which I always think form a trilogy of story songs with the 1977 single Slip Sliding Away.
1 1/2 wandering Jews, free to wander wherever they choose.
There are two versions of Think Too Much, in which Paul looks back over his youth, trying to find the point at which his brain was switched into overdrive. His attempt at a Northern English accent on the funky Cars Are Cars is funny, and I always wonder if Gary Newman's Cars inspired him to write this.
Rainbows in the high desert, mountain passes.
Meanwhile, Song About the Moon is very melodic, and the album's closer is a tribute to the late great Johnny Ace, as well as John Lennon, who was tragically shot in 1980. The cold orchestral strings at the end say it all. The Very Best of 10cc by 10cc, 1997. 10cc were a top-notch British band, creating finely crafted pop hits in the 70s. The track listing is chronological, so you can hear their progression from glam rock into the ethereal I'm Not in Love and onto the reggae of Dreadlock Holiday. I'm Mandy Fly Me reminds me of Band on the Run by Wings with its distinctive segments. The lyrics of Life as a Minestrone seem to convey something about the bittersweet nature of life. I particularly like the line, I'm like a gourmet in a Skid Row diner. You'll hear it in a minute. Silly Love is also great fun, and the lyrics are consistently clever and amusing. Also included are some later tracks from Godley and Cream and the early hit Neanderthal Man, released under the name Hot Legs. Told you. Procol Harum by, you've guessed it, Procol Harum, 1967. In the UK in the 60s, it was generally assumed that if your album included singles that fans had already bought, it was something of a rip-off, so the larger pieces of vinyl rarely contained the big hits. Procol Harum's debut album was a prime example, with A Whiter Shade of Pale omitted in the UK but included in the USA. The Germans got Homburg instead, and everybody got confused. Either way, I would recommend getting a remixed edition from 2009 or later, as this will enhance your enjoyment massively. Matthew Fisher's organ playing is pivotal to the sound, although vocalist Gary Brooker is pretty adept on the keys too, adding plenty of piano. Some tracks are circus-like, such as Mabel and Good Captain Clack, but for me, the whole album is really just a build-up for Repent Pour Purgis, which is my favourite rock instrumental of all time, combining the composer bark, ominous chords and a splendid guitar solo. It's epic. If you've enjoyed these reviews, my name is Adam Colton. Do look up my books online or check out my blog or my YouTube channel, which can be found by searching for A Miscellany from Deepest Kent. Thanks for listening.